Meet my new gaming console, the GameMT E5. It's a pretty rare console online, which I found by chance, and I instantly like its unique design and the subtle yellow accent. The look reminded me of brown appliances designed by Dieter Rams. Maybe I am exaggerating, but those were my first impressions and associations. In this video, we'll unbox the device together, check out the button layout, talk about the software and interface, and test a few retro games. But first, let's take a look at the specs. The E5 runs on a VT569B processor, which is rebranded as GameMT E5. This chip isn't as powerful as the RK3326, which is used in the R36S. As a result, the E5 can't emulate PSP, Nintendo 64 or Dreamcast games. The console has a 5-inch IPS display with a resolution of 1024 by 600 pixels. The pixel density is 215 ppi, but unfortunately that doesn't improve the quality or detail of retro games. The battery is rated at 5000 mAh, though the marketing claims it's 6000 mAh. It's still a large battery, which makes the console quite heavy. As we can see, it weighs 259 grams. That's a lot, considering the R36S weighs just 188 grams. By the way, you can buy the GameMT E5 on AliExpress for around 39 euros with fast and free shipping. You'll find the link in the description box. Now let's get to the unboxing. The E5 arrived in this packaging. I ordered the white and yellow version, but the store offers 3 more: black and red, white and red, and purple and green. Inside the box, we have the console. Let's set it aside for now. We also get a USB Type-A to USB Type-C charging cable and a user manual. In my opinion, this is a pretty basic set for a budget gaming console. Now let's take the console out of the bag and take a look. It's the white model with yellow buttons. It's much bigger than I expected. I thought it would be a compact, tiny device, but it's actually quite hefty. The console is made of nice matte plastic. The edges are rounded, making it comfortable to hold. Let's peel out the screen and D-pad protectors. The plastic texture is slightly rough and feels nice. On the front, we see the matte yellow buttons. They have a rough surface and are decently firm, but they are placed closer together than usual. Some people might not like that, but for me, it's comfortable. Below there is D-pad. It's round, which I find inconvenient. On top of that, there is a transparent glass overlay on it, which makes it hard for me to feel precise button presses. Diagonal directions don't always register, which is very annoying. The D-pad is also stiffer than usual. Above it there is the analog stick with backlighting. It's a standard analog stick with a nice rubbery feel and smooth movement. In the center are the menu, select and start buttons, which are oddly labeled T and K. They feel clicky and have a shallow press. On the back we have the shoulder triggers, also in yellow with a glossy finish. There is a decorative insert in the middle. But what I really like is the built-in stand. It's plastic but feels sturdy. We also see 2 speaker holes, and yes, this console has stereo sound. It's a nice touch, but unfortunately the sound is directed backward instead of forward or down. On the side there are the power and volume buttons, also in yellow. In my opinion, these accents make the console stand out among competitors. On the top there are 2 USB Type-C ports, one for peripherals and one for charging the battery. I connected my DualSense controller from the PS5 and the console recognized it. So you can play games with the controller. While charging, there is a nice glow along the side. At the top, we also have a headphone jack and an HDMI port for connecting to a TV or monitor. Lastly, there is a slot for an SD card. This console comes with a 32GB SD card, preloaded with over 15,000 games. Having all the ports on the top is a big plus, since cables won't get in the way while you're playing. And before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel. and leave a comment. This helps me promote the channel. Also, you can click the bell icon, so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you for your attention. Let's continue. Now let's power on the console and check out the interface. It starts up quickly. The interface design is unusual and, in my opinion, overly complicated. I am not a fan of it. It's a simple layout, tabs of the top for all games, collections sorted by console type, search, history, settings where you only get language selection, volume, screen brightness and factory reset. And the last tab is for ROMs, which you can add to the SD card yourself. You navigate through the tabs with the shoulder triggers and select games using the D-pad. You launch games by pressing the A button. There aren't any additional settings or basic features like adding games to favorites or deleting them. On one hand, this is a plus for people who don't like messing with settings, but I prefer more customizable operating systems. Now that we've briefly explored the interface, let's move on to some games. TMNT Turtles in Time is a great game. The large screen makes the experience much more immersive, and it's comfortable and fun to play. If you press the menu button, you can save, load your last save, or exit the game. Another favorite of mine is Batman on the Game Boy Advance. It runs smoothly and it's also fun to play. Splinter Cell on the Game Boy Advance. I love this game and always use it for testing. As you can see, Sam Fisher handles all obstacles well. Let's try something more demanding, like Taken 3 for the PlayStation 1. I know this series has tons of fans, but unfortunately, I am not one of them. As you can see, the graphics lag a bit and it's not very playable. Next, let's try Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I used to play this game on my old PC and it's incredibly nostalgic for me. It runs smoothly and the gameplay feels great. In conclusion, I really like this console. It has a nice design and a large collection of games, which you can expand if you want. The build quality is great. It feels good in hand and its wide form makes it comfortable to hold for long periods. The large, bright screen and stereo sound enhance the gaming experience. Unfortunately, it can't handle heavier games from PSP or Nintendo 64, but it's perfect for the games pre-installed on the SD card. If you're looking for a console that's ready to play right out of the box, this is it. You won't have to worry about the software, emulator settings or tweaks. It's ready to bring you joy from the moment you unbox it. Remember, you can buy the GameMT E5 on AliExpress through the link in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I wish you pleasant nostalgia and successful completion of your favorite games.